AM 860, broadcasting live from the Unity Point Health Studios.
It's time to go fishing with your buddy Jerry. Welcome to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. Heard exclusively on the voice of Muscatine, AM 860 KWPC. Now you can call Jerry with any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, or just to find out where the fish are biting. The phone number is 563-263-8600. Jer, let's start the show.
Somebody close the window and shut the door. My goodness. 55 degrees in June? Cool, cool, cool. Hey, we're coming up on a happy Father's Day weekend. One of the happiest fathers I know is Mr. Dave Stiles, my engineer. What do you got planned for Father's Day there, Dave?
Probably mowing the grass.
Probably mowing the grass?
Yeah.
Make your kid do it. That's part of being a father, right?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, I was talking to Randy Brewer, before the show, and I said, big Father's Day weekend you got coming up here. He goes, well, you ain't got no kids. I said, nope, I don't have any children. And believe me, none that I know of, as they say, but believe me, with the women I've been with, if I had a child with them, I would definitely know that I had a child. You owe me $60,000.
Yep.
Anyway, we're on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. You can check us out at Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show on Facebook, or check us out at jerrysbaitandtackle.webs.com. But let's start with the show. We got a big fishing report going on right now. Let's get to it right now. Big Hollow, bluegill, good. The bluegills are up in the beds now and are aggressively hitting on jigs and worm and bobber. Channel catfish are also good at Big Hollow Lake. Good catfishing is picking up. I like the area at the very upper end of the lake. They seem to work shallow flats up there where the water enters the lake. And that's what I'm starting to notice a little bit everywhere. I think the catfish spawn is on. I've had a lot of good reports of guys that have been catching cats. Channel cats have been bringing them in. They're full of eggs. A lot of guys are trying to get out there and do diddy poles for flatheads. Now, the flatheads, not so much. I don't know what's going on. They might be already in spawn, and they're going to be a little bit to take that bite. So you got to keep working on it. Unless you can drop right on top of them. Other than that, they're going to be in the nest. They're going to be guarding the eggs. Now, what typically happens when the catfish spawn, it's just like humans. The male catfish will go in there and make a nest. The female will come by, cruise it, and checks it out. And if she likes it, she'll deposit her eggs, and nature will take its course, and the female will run off, and then the male will stay there and guard the eggs. He'll brush his tail back and forth over the eggs, keep water flowing in that. And this takes about a 2-week process. So in about 2 weeks' time, once the young ones have fled the nest, and then the male cats are going to be out there and they're going to be hungry. Big Hollow Lake down there, largemouth bass, good bass fishing. Pretty good right now. Work the flooded timber near the shore. Cedar River, channel catfish, good. Small bluegills, shadgut, stinkbait, and crawlers have all been working. Early and late in the day is a good time to get out there. They'll bite in the middle of the day, but usually your low light areas and that they're nocturnal. Remember that. Coralville Reservoir, channel catfish, fair. Some fish are being caught drifting cut bait in the main channel, and some are being caught on live bait along the rock banks. What you want to use is you want to float a leech. When we say float a leech, that basically means you have a bobber with a little bit of split shot and a hook with the leech hanging at the bottom of it. Toss it out next to them rocks and let it float, and you'll know automatically you got a catfish on the line. Crappie up at Coralville. Some nice 10 to 14-inch fish are being caught on the rock banks. Deeper brush on jigs. Diamond Lake. Remember Diamond Lake, there's no minnows allowed here, okay? So bluegill are rated good. Fish with small jigs and worms around shallow brush or rock. Channel catfish at Diamond Lake are also good, and chicken livers and stinkbait are doing well. Let's see here. Iowa Lake. Bluegill are good. The bluegills are very tight to the bank. Fish around rocks, fish around wood, and you're going to pick those up. The Iowa River. good. Channel catfish are rated good. Flathead, here we go again. They're fair. They're going to be on and off where you're at. Coralville Lake, channel catfish, good. Most typical catfish baits are working. Lake Belvedere, bluegill fishing remains very good. But because of the warm water temps, 74 plus, the spawn is occurring very fast. So you may find bluegills on the beds, one spot and gone the next. And what they mean by that, they're on the beds, is you're going to be out there and you're going to see, if you look in the shallows, you're going to see these bluegills running in a little hollowed out spot. They're going to be running back and forth, back and forth. What they're doing is they're chasing baits out of their way. So if you drop something down in there, you're going to get them. Let's see. Largemouth bass are still working the flooded timber out there at Lake Belvedere. Lake McBride, bluegill. It's all going to be bluegill all over this place. Good fish around Shallow Rock. Unfortunately, the size is poor. Walleye up at Lake McBride. Fair. Early and late in the day have been best for walleyes. Most anglers are trolling crankbaits and spinners from 8 to 13 foot of water. Channel catfish are starting to bite at Lake McBride as well. Fair fish around jetties and other rock for spawning catfish. Lake Odessa, and I got my man in the field on here right now. Randy, we got you on there, my brother.
Sir, we're up and running.
We're up and running. Hey, I stopped down and see you earlier this week, and for some reason, it looked like everything was dropping there at Big Timber, but now they're telling us it's on the way back up?
Yes, sir. It come up 4 inches. Let's see, it was Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And then they called me last Saturday, and DNR did, and they said they was going to try and get the Big Timber open, or what you call the breaks, in 10 days. So that'd be about Wednesday. I don't know if this rise is going to affect that much, because there is still water on the parking lot down there, but Kilpack Landing's open, and what we've been doing is putting the boats in there, and it's just 1.5 miles down around and come back up in the breaks or shoot across to Eagle Field. But we're putting out pretty good catfish, a lot of bluegills, and a few crappies in the breaks.
Are you seeing the same thing? A lot of these cats are coming in full of eggs?
Yeah, they're full of eggs, but their eggs ain't bloody yet.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking... In my area, we're looking at 2 weeks before they really get what I call red eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we got about 3 weeks on them catfish to keep fishing with leeches, like you said, floating the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Dew worms out back's been working pretty good for catfish, and shad guts.
Mm-hmm.
And they are, for some reason, catching them on stink baits now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of early, but
yeah,
they're biting on it.
Well, I tell you what, we went out Tuesday night. My nephew Dustin's here from Tampa Bay. And
he was out on the Mississippi, wasn't he?
Yep. We went out. I contacted Dan from Tag Along Outdoors. I said, "Hey, Dan, why don't you take us out fishing Tuesday night? My nephew's here, and he's never really fished freshwater. He's always fished saltwater. And if you remember Tuesday, we had a chance of thunderstorms and raining and all that. And he said, well, you sure you really want to go out? I said, yeah, let's go out. So I coerced him into taking us out on his boat. But we went everywhere. We went GPC. We went all the way around the islands. We ended up going all the way to the dam. And they had all the rollers open. And let me tell you what.
All the way to St. Louis.
Yeah, and there was water flowing there, my friends. But I said, Dan, we were out for about an hour and a half. I said, Dan, this isn't boding too well for either of us. I run a talk show and you run a boating service, and between the three of us, neither one's have got a bite yet. So it wasn't too good. But anyway, I tell you this, Dan does a hell of a good job out there running the boat. He does everything, and I really appreciate him getting out there. even though it wasn't domestic conditions. But you know me, it doesn't matter if it's wet. We'll go out anyway. But anyway, I was talking to people on the way back because about 8:30 we kind of called it, and I was talking to everybody that was out there fishing, and they said they were just having rotten luck. And like I said, there is a lot of water moving through that Mississippi right now.
Yeah, they need to get back up off the river and get in there where them fish are feeding, because they're feeding eggs.
Right.
They're hungry.
Right. But with that strong current flowing through there, man, that's going to scatter everything everywhere. So.
Yeah, that's why you need to get back up into Eagle Field or the Breaks or.
Right.
Lake Odessa's been doing pretty good. Actually, they've been catching some huge bullheads down there.
That was going to be my next question. Now I've got everybody now. They got flathead fever, and of course in my shop as well as your shop, they come in. Hey man, I need a dozen bullheads, or I need a dozen bluegills, and this and that. But hey,
well, you got to sell them some worms because they got to go out and get them themselves. We cannot sell them.
Right. It's illegal for us to sell game fish, but you can go get your own, and that's what I was going to ask is how, because everybody keeps asking me where can I get bullheads? Where can I get bullheads? And I told them, I said, last year I remember Lake Odessa was doing real good for bullheads, so they must be doing really good right now, huh?
Yes. Yep.
Hey, and what if I remember correctly? You had a little trick for catching the bullheads, and that was
so they won't swallow the hook.
Right.
Yeah, you want to use a lead head that's raw lead, no paint, and. Instead of them swallowing the hook, they'll eat right up to the lead, and that's as far as they go. And that way, because you got to catch flathead with live bait, and if you see any blood on that bullhead at all, he's probably not going to live. So if you use a lead head that's raw lead and a worm, then you'll just hook them in the lip.
Okay, well that's great advice. You got a big Father's Day weekend planned?
Pardon?
I said, do they got a big Father's Day weekend planned for you down there? I know you've got about like 37 children. So
well, we're actually going to cook up some fish tomorrow night.
All right, cool beans. Well, Randy, R&B's Outback. Make sure you stop down there, take a look at his shop. He's got plenty of bait in there right now. Just like I said, go up to Kilpack, go down there. If you fish the Mississippi down there, you stop in and see Randy, and he's going to tell you where to go to go fishing. Anyway,
I was going to say
for the flathead.
All right, Randy, we're going to slide out of here to do a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Thanks, Randy.
The place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experience fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
We stand for people, progress and pride. Iowa Farm Bureau's by your side.
Do you know where your family farm operation is headed? Do you have a plan in place to make sure your farm stays in the right hands? Tackling hard conversations on moving the farm forward can be difficult. Iowa Farm Bureau's Take Root Workshop, Strengthen Your Family Farm Legacy, can help. It's not your typical meeting. It's the beginning of a process to help you develop a long-term working plan customized for your farm. The workshop gives real-life examples and tools for estate planning, helps your family work through financial and emotional obstacles together while discussing generational needs, the value of sweat equity, determining fair versus equal among heirs, and more. This unique workshop also includes individual follow-up and support. Join us on June 24th at St. Mary's Hall in Tipton. Registration is free for Farm Bureau members and $45 for non-members. To register, contact the Cedar County Farm Bureau.
If you want a home with country living and plenty of windows to view your beautiful surroundings, then 1986 Geneva Hills Road in Muscatine is your perfect home. This 3-bedroom, 2-bath home features a private wooded lot, gazebo, stone fireplace, newer kitchen, deck, and pre-existing man cave. Potential for your dream garden completes this total package. See it with Anna Mack by calling 263-0433 or 299-1412. For a complete listing, visit PearlCityIowaRealty.com.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
This is Havana, Montana, and you're listening to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show on KWPC. And you better keep listening, man, or you'll have to say hello to my little friends.
That's right, folks. You should be eastbound and down. It's a beautiful day. Going to be a beautiful weekend. You need to head out there. You need to get fishing out because you only got 5 more months till winter's here.
Believe it or not, some brave soul wants to talk to you.
Well, put them on the line.
All right.
Good morning. You're on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show.
Yeah, hey, Jerry, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Oh, good. I love your show. I was just wondering what happened to Johnny.
To Charlie.
Yeah, Johnny, that fisherman guy. Anyway, I wanted to tell you, what about the Ron Edwin technique of catching a catfish out of the Cedar River? Now, what I hear what he does is he catches that catfish, and then he fillets the pot, and then he throws the head and the fin back in with the fish swims away until it dies. Now, where's the DNR when he does that?
I have no idea, but first of all, I have to come off my acid trip because I don't know what's going on with your phone there. Hello?
Well, there's another satisfied customer.
There's another satisfied one. And that brings up a good point in the show. Please do not drink heavily in the morning and call. As far as Ron Edwin and the catfish thing, I have no idea. But hey, anyway, my fan base is growing bigger and bigger. Hey, when you guys go out there to catch these catfish, and we're talking about the big flatheads and that, what you need to be using is circle hooks. If you're using any kind of cut bait, now what the circle hooks are, they have a little bit of a point that comes back at a 90-degree angle. What happens when you fish these horizontally? They're not too good vertically, but horizontally, use a slip rig on there with a piece of cut bait. These catfish will pick those up and get it in the corner of their mouth, and you don't have to jerk it back on your rod because they set themselves, and it's a much easier way to catch catfish. Now, I know circle hooks have been around for a while now, but a lot of folks don't know how to use them. If you come in, see me, I'm going to set you up on how to use it, and I tell you what, you're going to catch a lot more catfish that way. So, Brother Dave Stiles, you gave me the sign there. What do we got going on?
Yeah, somebody else is on the line here. After that last call, I don't know.
The phone's working good. Hey, Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show, you're on the air.
Uh-oh, this ain't good.
Oh, good gosh. I think I know what's coming down the pipe.
Yep.
Hello, my little friend.
How are you, Jerry?
How you doing, Havana, amigo?
I'm doing good, man. How's you doing? Hi, Dave. How you doing, Dave?
Doing good, Havana.
That's good, man.
You gotta send up some of those cigars for me, will you?
I will. I got a whole box I got up here. I smuggled up from Havana.
I'm told I don't have a proper radio voice. I gotta sound like this in the morning.
That's okay.
Well, he's going to send you up a box of cigars because last time Havana sent me something, it came in a little Ziploc baggie.
Oh, great.
But I don't use parsley that much, so you know.
It saves on shipping when it's all poured down like that. Yeah.
Well, what do you know today, my friend, Havana?
Okay, I get ready for summer, man. How's you?
Well,
nice.
Well,
nice this weekend.
Up here in summer, or up here in Iowa, summer's pretty much done for because we're back to the 50 degrees here.
Oh, that's no good.
So
you go on vacation. You know, I just started. I'm a real go-getter. I got my own travel agency now, man.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah, I got all kinds of business. I'm a real into manure, you know. I like to spread it around.
Say that again. You're a what?
I'm a manure.
In the
I
manure.
like to do a lot of things.
Okay.
He's at the rear end of a manure. He likes to spread it around.
Okay, I gotcha.
So, you know, because kids on vacation now, everything, I take my kids, we go on vacation. I got 3 kids, you know, they're good kids.
Oh, yeah, well, happy Father's Day there, Havana.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I can't wait. I'm going to take the kids out, do some swimming, some golfing, some all kinds of things. But I call you this week because I got some good educational information for you.
Okay.
I got my Havana Montanas. I got 3 really good tips to have a good time in the summer.
Okay, let everybody listen up out there. This is Havana, Montana with 3 real good tips to have a good summer.
No.
Right. Okay, so you know as better than no one, Jerry, that fishing is a real good time in the summer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And when you go fishing, you got to take some snacks with you. You know, you take some sandwiches and some beers and all kinds of things.
Okay.
But one thing you got to remember is pay attention when you're going into the cooler for the dip. Because if you mistake the cheese for the stink bait, it's no good.
Yeah, that is a bad day, my friend.
It is, because no matter what they say, not everything tastes good better on a wrist. You know what I'm saying? It's no good.
That's number 1. 2 more, folks.
That's number one.
And here's the number 2.
Okay. Now, I don't know. Are you golfing a big-time summer thing, you know? I like to golf. I just started golfing.
Yep, I'm not a big golfer.
How about you, Dave? You golf? You like to golf? You like to pretend?
Well, golf is a nice game spoiled by a little white ball you whack around the yard.
That's true. Those Scottish people, they got straight sense of humor.
Yes, they do.
But anyway, the thing to remember, when you're golfing, make sure your balls are clean. That's very, very important. Especially if you golf with your wife. Because I don't know about you. My wife, she don't like to touch the dirty balls. So make sure your balls is clean.
Okay.
That's very, very important. You know what? Hold on a minute. I tell her, hey, turn down the TV, okay? I like it. I'm trying to talk. I tell you, the kid, they listen to that Dora the Explorer. I don't like that girl no much.
No.
She give a Latinos a bad rap. Her and that freaky little monkey she play with. Boots. I don't like.
She's always got a monkey on her back. What's she really doing when the show's not on the air?
I don't know. Where are her mom and dad? That's what I want to know. She all around in the jungle like all by herself with that crazy monkey. Where are her mom and dad?
Yeah.
Don't make no sense.
You know, I always thought about that when I used to watch that Little Rascals. You know, it's like, who lets their 4-year-old kids run the streets like that and tear up the barn and put on a show and all that? But I guess it was a different generation then.
That make no sense. I tell my daughter, Corona, you come, street lights come on, you'll come home, you know? Like the old days.
Your daughter's name is Corona?
Oh, yeah, I have a daughter. Her name is Corona, and then I have twin boys, Dos Equis.
Dos Equis. Okay. That makes sense. All right, Havana, we got 2 of your summertime tips. Let's get to the 3rd one.
Well, number 1, I think, is the very most important. And, you know, summertime is all about the kids. Have a good time. They got no school. Have a good time. So, for my number 1 tip, I wrote a little poem for all the children out there.
Oh, good gosh.
Oh, no.
Please have your finger
I got my finger
ready.
on the button.
Right. Let it rip, Havana.
Okay. Well, this is because, you know, summer is the pool season. Everybody like to go to the swimming pool. So I wrote a little poem for the kids to remind them of a few things, okay?
I really have my finger on the button now.
Okay, please.
Okay, so here we go. Sometimes you get excited when you're going to the pool. Make sure you take a tinkle That's the number one rule. And if you see some chocolate floating, start swimming really far. And whatever you do, kids, don't take a bite. It ain't no candy bar. That's a good thing to remember.
That is a very good thing to remember. Against my better judgment, folks, I actually included Havana, Montana onto Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, I'm so happy.
I know, because your words of wisdom just I think could help everybody out in their normal, everyday, daily life.
Well, thank you, man. Hey, it's going to be nice, so you have a good time this weekend.
All right. Thank you, Havana. We'll talk to you next week, amigo.
All right. Catch me a big blue marlin, man.
All right. We will try to do that.
Okay, bye, Dave.
Bye-bye.
I think you got a new best friend in Havana, Montana.
I think I do.
Okay.
I kind of figured that special package would make it down to him.
I guess whatever happens and I don't know about, that's fine by me. Hey, we're going to slide into commercial break and we'll be right back.
The place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
You save big money, you save big money when you shop Menards.
Father's Day is June 15th, and Menards is the perfect place to find great gifts for Dad. Right now, take an 11% rebate on everything in the store. That's right, save 11% after rebate on hand and power tools. Save 11% on trimmers, mowers, and pressure washers. Save 11% after rebate on grills and patio furniture. With Menards' huge selection and great prices, you're sure to find the perfect gift for Dad this Father's Day, June 15th. Plus, save 11% after rebate on all of your home improvement needs, including all paint, carpet, cleaning supplies, and much more throughout the store. Good through Saturday, June 14th. So save today with an 11% rebate on everything in the store. And while you're shopping, register for your chance to win a Chevy Camaro convertible.
Save big money at Menards.
Get ready to run in the mud this Saturday during the Two Rivers Mudder Fudder Challenge in Conesville. Tackle the 4-mile obstacle course with your family and friends. Fun starts at 10 a.m. with a half-mile race for the kids. Then it's the Mudder Fudder at noon. Cost is $35 for adults. Kids 12 to 16 years old are $25, and those younger are $15. It doesn't matter what shape you're in. You can run, walk, or crawl the course. At the end, you'll enjoy an ice-cold Fat Tire beer, and the kids get a root beer. Prizes for best costume, so dress to impress. Hot showers are on site once you get done, so bring a change of clothes. More info can be found online at mudderfudderchallenge.com. Challenge yourself this Saturday during the Two Rivers Lodge Mudder Fudder Challenge in Conesville. Which team will reign supreme? Find out this Saturday during the Two Rivers Mudder Fudder Challenge in Conesville.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Hello, this is Havana, Montana for the Jerry's Outdoor Show. You want to know how to catch an albino blue marlin? Well, just keep listening, man. Okay.
He gets around, don't he?
He gets around. I remember this from my past. Smoky Mountain Rain.
Had this on a 45, and I can still hear where all the clicks were at in this.
Oh, yeah?
Even had a skip in it.
Oh, really?
He kept saying, Smoky Mount, Smoky Mount, Smoky Mount.
Kind of like the Beatles. Everybody must smoke. Everybody must smoke.
Yeah, that was number 9. Number 9. Oh.
Ronnie Millsap. Hey, you know, Dave, there's a little known fact about Ronnie Millsap is that once he was secretly videotaped in his backyard throwing baseballs up in the air.
Yeah?
And then smacking them with a baseball bat. And he had hit the ball every single time.
Really?
Yep. Ronnie Millsap.
Amazing.
Hey, I want to make sure that now we're on to an expanded hour. Well, I got to thank you, all 7 of my fans out there that have written in. We've took this basically from an idea and it has expanded into this, and I appreciate because what not only helps with the show is I know that a lot of people listen on the radio, but a lot of you with this new technology now are listening to the app, and you can download the app on the KWPC website, and I believe it looks to me like you guys have kind of changed that site around a little bit, but you can find the app there because we get a lot of people that listen to us all over the world. So I think that's really neat what technology can do that. Check us out on our Facebook page. And I need to throw a little plug to my one of my sponsors, other than Randy's Bait and Tackle, or Randy's Outdoors, sorry, is a Sicilian there in Wilton. Now, what Gary's done there is he's started a menu that is revolved around smoking. I mean, not, what I do out in the parking lot. I mean, he's actually got a smoker, and he's got pulled pork, chicken. We ate there last week, a couple times. And I said, why don't you give me one of them grilled ribeyes you got there, Gary? Oh, man, I'm going to tell you, this thing was the bomb. I mean, it tasted good. I've had the pulled pork there. That's good. And then we also got a thing called, and forgive me, Gary, if I get this wrong, but tomato Asiago, which is basically like a slice of tomato with this Asiago concoction on top of it. And, man, I tell you, that was the bomb. So if that wasn't enough that Gary's doing there, he is actually supplying Jerry's Bait and Tackle with Sicilian subs. They're in my shop. If you're in there, hey, we're going to be fishing all day, and you want to grab something real quick, and you want to be a one-stop shop, they're right there in the cooler, and he's got many different varieties. And, I mean, man, they're tasting good. Now, we've talked about maybe getting some of the pulled pork in there, some couple other items. We're working on it. So we'll start with the subs first. But anyway, my big hands out there. If you're in Wilton area, make sure that you stop by the Sicilian, see my good friend Gary Brown. And believe me, folks, you're going to walk away satisfied. Anyway, back to the show. Now,
you got to see Jerry's belly. I know he's had a few of them.
Well, that's a sweatshirt. Man.
Oh, okay.
That's
good save.
Doing that.
Okay.
Now, but anyway, hey, I want to get back. We were talking a little bit before we went to commercial break about the circle hooks. The circle hooks are really going to help you out when it comes to the catfishing. There's no real easier way to fish for catfish than using a piece of cut bait. Now, when I say cut bait, in the state of Iowa, as long as you catch something on a hook and it's of legal size, and if you're in your legal limit, you can use that for a bait. So if you caught a 16-inch bass, I don't know why you would, but it is legal for you to use that as bait. And when you use these circle hooks, you're just going to take a fillet of whatever fish, usually a bluegill or a bullhead. If you're not using them live and they've croaked on you, you can cut them up and use them as bait. When you go over the circle hook, all you have to do is catch a nice little chunk of bait there and then slide the circle hook through. All you got to do is put one screw into it. You don't need to cover up the hook. I know a lot of guys, they try to cover up the hook, but I'm going to tell you this. A catfish has no idea what a hook is, okay? He don't care. All he's going for is that scent in the water, and there's a quick, easy meal on that. Now, again, with the circle hooks, they usually start out with a size 1/0, and they go up all the way to size 8/0. Now, you want to tend to use a little bit bigger hook than you think that you would want to. You know, you want to be up. I sell a lot of the 1s and the 2s, but those are for smaller catfish. But if you're looking for them 15, 20-pound cats, you're going to want to use a 6 or a 7/0 or an 8/0, and you can put a big hunk of bait on there. So that's pretty much it. If you come into the shop, ask me about circle hooks. I'm more than happy to explain it to you and all that. And with that, I'm not sure if I see something off in the distance. Maybe I can hear it a little bit. That's it. That's what I thought. Hey, that's Captain Katie. She's on her way. Oh, we got to do something about that song.
We got to do something about that.
Yeah, got to do something about that. Give us a call at 563-263-8600, and you get to pull a prize from Captain Katie's Tackle Box. Now, last week, the phones didn't work so good.
Well, they were working. I don't think anybody was listening.
It was, maybe nobody's listening. Maybe this whole hour thing is kind of screwed it up a little bit. There we go. I see them lighting up now. Who do we got on the phone with us?
Nick Murray.
Nick Murray. How are you doing, my friend?
Good.
Are you going out fishing today?
We're trying to.
You're trying to? What's the problem? You got a hole in the boat, or?
No.
No? Where you gonna go fishing at, my friend?
Maybe at Discovery Park.
Oh, at Discovery Park? Hey, you know what? That is a pretty good place to fish out there. You been fishing out at Discovery Park before?
Yeah.
Yeah? And who you going out there with?
With my grandpa.
With your grandpa? That is cool beans there, Daddy-O. What are you trying to catch? Bluegill, catfish, bass?
Bluegill.
Bluegill? Well, you sound like a well-experienced fisherman for your age. How long you been fishing, bud?
Couple years.
Couple years, cool. And now you put the bait on your hook yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, cool beans. All right, well, I'll tell you what you do. You have your grandpa, your mom, or dad bring you out here to the KWPC, and you'll go to the front desk, and Captain Katie's sitting out there, and she's going to present you with a tackle box, and you just stick your hand in there, and you pull out whatever you want, buddy.
Okay.
All right, I appreciate you listening to the show.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Nick. See? All ages. I'm like Disney. I'm appealing to all ages. But no, I think that's great, especially in grandpas and fathers out there. Make the time. Take your kids out fishing. You know, even if you don't have to go, out to the Mississippi. There's plenty. There's Weed Park. There's Discovery Park. And if you've been reading my Facebook page, all these guys have been putting on these 20 and 30-pound catfish. Hey, where'd you get that? Oh, got it at Weed Park. So there's a whole slug of guys out there at Weed Park. Well, Weed Park, I believe, is 16 and under. And if you catch a 35-pound cat out there, I don't want to say that fishermen are liars. But anyway, hey, you're listening to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. We're going to slide into another commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Hi, everybody. This is Iowa Blues Hall of Fame member Ernie Peniston, inviting you to get down on the Davenport Riverbank with the Mississippi Valley Blues Festival in LeClaire Park. It's the Mississippi Valley Blues Festival 30th anniversary. 27 bona fide blues acts. 2 stages, 3 days, right on the Mississippi Riverbank. Rocking the band shell this year is Kim Simmons and Savoy Brown, George Thorogood and the Destroyers, and Tinsley Ellis, just to name a few. Go to mvbs.org to see a full festival lineup, including your favorite local blues acts and band bios. Plus, get in on the action yourself with free musician workshops or get the kids involved with Blues School. Every child who participates receives a free harmonica, fireworks, family fun, July 3rd through the 5th. It's a 3-day music-packed party on the river. There's something for everyone at the Mississippi Valley Blues Festival. For all details, go to mvbs.org. Keep the blues alive.
Did you know Hy-Vee Home Medical is the best place for your CPAP machine and supplies? Cheryl Sell has over 20 years of sleep apnea and CPAP experience, and she's ready to help you pick out the perfect mask. Don't lose sleep over it. Stop by and talk to Cheryl, whom some have called the CPAP Queen. There are many new masks on the market, and you may not know what you've been missing. Stop in today to see Cheryl and the crew at Hy-Vee Home Medical, 5th and Mulberry, downtown Muscatine.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
This is Havana, Montana for the Jerry's Outdoor Show. You know what you need to go on and done and do? Keep listening, man. And maybe you'll catch a big albino blue marlin, too.
Hello, darling. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. You're just...
Oh, Conway Twitty. How long has it been? When did he leave us? When did he pass? Back in the 90s?
Late 90s, I want to say.
Yeah. You know, that guy, man, you know, I was reading this about him on the internet the other day.
It's on the internet. It must be true.
It is true.
Okay.
I mean, Conway Twitty back in the 70s could bench press 500 pounds.
He doesn't look like he can do that.
Well, you know, it's them sequin shirts and them big wide lapel suits, you know, like he used to wear, you know. Yeah. But I'm sure he was packed. If it's on the internet, man, it's true. It's got to be true.
It's got to be true.
Unless it's about me.
Okay. Or me.
Yeah. Or, well, I don't know.
Anybody associated with the show.
Anybody associated with the show. Hey, it's the internet. You throw the dice. Hey, we've gotten now to an hour format, and what we've done now is I've added a new segment to the show, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it, and we're going to have it on every week, and we're just going to go ahead and roll a little bit of the introduction now, and then we'll get on with it. Go ahead.
Now it's time for Cooking Louisiana Style with Chef Katherine.
That was it.
That was it. We didn't get to... We didn't get the music.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
There we go. Those are supposed to be lumped together. That's what we do when we do this from 3 seconds.
3 second delay.
Hey, it'll be better next week. Hey, we got Chef Katherine on the phone with us today, all the way from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Are you there, my darling?
Hello, Jerry.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, my dear?
Good. Today on Cooking Louisiana Style, we're going to make a classic catfish sauce piquant. Now, here in South Louisiana, most recipes start, first you make a roux. And a roux is simply equal parts of flour and oil. So first you take a black pot skillet and you put your flour in it, and then you slowly whisk in the oil and cook it until a caramel brown color. Now, it's very important that you don't walk away from the skillet because it can burn easily. It will probably start to turn color about 10 minutes in, and it may take 30 minutes to get your roux. Now, if everyone can make a roux, we would all be from Louisiana. In fact, before you can marry here, you always ask 3 questions. Who's your mama? Are you Catholic? And can you make a roux? So now you can make a jar of roux and set it aside for some future recipes. The next thing you do is chop up an onion and bell pepper, and then you finely dice 2 stalks of celery. And here in Louisiana, We call that the Holy Trinity of Cajun cuisine.
Oh, I guarantee.
So you saute that up in half a stick of margarine until it's nice and tender. And then you can take a can of Rotel brand tomatoes and you smother it down for 5 to 10 minutes. And now all that means is that you cook it some more. So then you're going to add 2 heaping tablespoons of your roux that you made, and you'll mix it well. Now here's where the fishing comes in.
Yeah.
You're going to add 3 to 4 pounds of catfish fillet and cook it another 10 minutes until the catfish is done. And it should be opaque and tender. So while we're waiting for the catfish to cook, I'm going to tell you a story about Boudreaux and Thibodeau. Are you ready to hear it, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Okay. So Boudreaux and Thibodeau went fishing the other day, and they rented a boat at the landing and had a fantastic day of fishing. They caught a boatload of catfish. And Boudreaux tells Thibodeau, man, we're going to have to remember this spot for next time. And Thibodeau says, nay, that's no problem. Let's mark the spot. So Boudreaux asked him how he's going to do that. And Thibodeau says, nay, that's no problem. And he leans over the side of the boat and marks a big X on the side of the boat with a piece of chalk. Boudreaux tells him, nay, you couillon, that's not going to help. How you know we're going to get the same boat next time?
Very good, Chef Katherine.
Thank you. Now, so your catfish is cooked now. So you want to season it with a little salt and pepper to taste. And then you can serve it over hot rice. And to add an extra Cajun flair, you can serve it with jalapeno cornbread. It tastes so good, it makes you want to slap your mama. And speaking of that, I know some people there in Iowa who like slap your mama seasoning, and I don't know if you sell it locally, but you can get it online at slapyourmama.com. And if you want to get something like that, or Tony Fasheries for next week, we will make a seafood gumbo. And you're going to need your roux for that.
Yeah. Roux is a big part of
Roux
Louisiana cooking, ain't it, my dear?
Roux and the Cajun, the Holy Trinity, onion, bell pepper, and celery. Very important in Louisiana cooking.
Now, Chef Katherine, we go back a ways. How long you been a chef?
Oh, well, I started chefing in Louisiana when I was probably 9 days old. In Louisiana, when you stick your finger in a catfish mound, you become a Cajun. So at 9 days old, I stuck my finger in a catfish mound, and voila. And I've been cooking ever since. I started with that crawfish.
Oh, yeah? That's great. Hey, Chef Katherine, I got a little bit of a surprise for you.
Yes?
A little bit here. I'm going to have this gentleman here speak and see if you can tell me who he is.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
I don't know him because he doesn't have a good Cajun accent.
Hey, you sure? Well, he claims to be your son, so...
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, hello, Dustin.
Hola. Hello. Mon ami.
All right.
So, now Dustin's being shy because Dustin is a good cook. And if there's any of them girls in Iowa who want a good-looking man, call the station right now.
Matchmaker on the radio.
I think that kind of backfired on us a little bit there, Dustin. But anyway, Chef Katherine, she's going to be putting her recipes on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show Facebook page. So if any of this kind of went by you a little fast, she's going to have it all written out for you, and there'll be a link on my site. Ain't that right, Chef?
All right, and laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. And that's it for Chef Katherine today.
All right, Chef Katherine, we'll catch you next week.
So, okay. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you, my dear. Yeah, so this might give you, if you're tired of your catfish just frying it up, in butter and salt and all that, I think she's really going to give you some alternatives that you might like to try. So with that, I think we're going to slide into another commercial break, or are we good? This whole hour thing, I got to work it out here. So we're going to slide into another commercial break, and we'll be right back, and we'll wrap her up.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Injuries and joint problems are a pain. That's why at Unity Point Health, we've come up with a new approach to care for our patients. We're coordinating care with our Unity Point Clinic orthopedic doctors, so we work as a team. From the first exam in your doctor's office right through your rehab at home. This helps you recover faster with less pain to get you back on track. Unity Point Health, Trinity Muscatine. For an orthopedics appointment, call 563-264-9185.
Mr. Browning?
Yes, Max?
I'd like permission to marry your daughter. I'm a good man, sir.
I know.
I'll take great care of Ellie.
I'd probably take you more seriously, son, if you weren't bouncing that soccer ball on your head.
I get that.
Got FIFA World Cup fever? Come to McDonald's and play Peel Play Ole Ole. You could win exciting soccer trips, soccer-themed gear, and instant win prizes. No purchase necessary. Ends in store 7/7/14 or while supplies last. Must be at least 18 to enter online. See rules for participating McDonald's and McD1Gold.com.
So, sir, tell me, why do you think Coke seems to taste so good at McDonald's?
Keep it down. Most think it's because it only costs $1, but I think wow, this is incredibly awesome. I gotta have it in the Coke at McDonald's.
Wow, this is incredibly awesome. I gotta have it?
Shh, that information is classified.
Classified?
Everybody wants to know why Coke seems to taste so good at McDonald's. No matter what the answer is, when any size Coca-Cola, soft drink, or sweet tea is just $1, there's something for everyone to love at McDonald's. Price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Limited time offer.
The place where he was born and
Sounds like a place to fish or biting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
This is Havana, Montana, and you're listening to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show on KWPC. And you better keep listening, man, or you'll have to say hello to my little friends.
All right, guys, it's been a great show. We got to kind of wrap it up here before the Sports Stooges come on. I had a little late-breaking news there. Dan from Tagalong Sports called. There's going to be a benefit going on out at the Moose tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock. They're going to have a fish fry out there. And I apologize. I didn't get the name of who it was. But anyway, there's going to be a fish fry out there. There's going to be music. There's going to be I believe he said parachuter. So if the parachuter ain't out there, then that's on me. But there is going to be food, and there is going to be music out there. Stop on out to Moose anytime about 4 o'clock. They'll be serving up catfish. They'll be serving up bluegill. So it'll be a good time. Hey, we're running late. We got to get out of here and make way for the Sports Stooges on your radio next. This has been Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. For Brother Dave Stiles and me, Jerry Provence, I will see you around the Minnow Tech, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Jerry will be back next Friday, right here on the Voice of Muscatine, to talk about fishing, life, and even a few jokes. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next Friday. Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show on the Voice of Muscatine. I think I got a big one on the line, Jer. Gonna need a bigger boat.
But I love to fish.